Imagine for a second that it's late at night. The world around you is completely quiet, but inside your head, it's deafening. You're just exhausted. You've done everything society tells you to do. You show up, you put your head down, you do the grueling work. Yet, despite giving it literally everything you have, you feel completely, suffocatingly stuck. You're trapped in this loop where tomorrow looks exactly like yesterday, and honestly, you're slowly running out of hope. Well, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to explore a deeply moving, really cinematic journey of transformation. It's a story about a struggling guy, a single daily habit, and a 90-day strategy that completely rewrote his destiny.
So this is the exact question that haunted Ravi. Ravi is a 27-year-old mobile repairman. And let me just paint a picture of his reality for you. He's got no laptop, no college degree, no rich family backing him, and he's really insecure about his English. He lives in this tiny rented room, staring down a table covered in unpaid bills through the screen of a cracked phone. He works endlessly, stays honest, never complains, but he's still broke. Every single night, he's watching people on his phone talking about success, saying, "Oh, just work hard." He looks at his tired hands and just whispers, "If hard work is enough, why is my life still the same?" And that's a question that physically hurts, because he knows he isn't lazy.
Part 1. A life stuck on repeat. Ravi's daily life was this oppressive, heavy cycle of fixing phones for an angry crowd just to go back to a flickering bulb and pure exhaustion. Then came the breaking point. One evening, his boss scolded him right in front of a customer and dropped this incredibly harsh truth. Hardworking people are everywhere. If you don't learn something new, you'll stay here forever. Ouch, right? Those words felt like a knife. That same night, while staring at his ceiling, his phone rings. It's his mom. Her voice is terribly weak, and she tells him her medicine is finished. But she quickly adds, "Don't worry, I will manage for 2 days." Ravi just closed his eyes. He knew "I will manage" meant she was going to skip life-saving medication just so he wouldn't feel the financial pressure. In that exact moment, something inside him quietly broke. It was the ultimate catalyst for change.
Part 2, the catalyst and the commitment. Let's see what happens at 1:47 a.m. when a desperate search leads to a profound discovery about artificial intelligence. Wide awake, Ravi hears this exact phrase on our slide. AI will not replace humans, but humans who use AI will replace those who don't. He literally replayed it again and again. For the first time in months, he didn't feel helpless or jealous. He actually felt a spark of hope. With shaking fingers, he opened ChatGPT on his cracked phone and just typed out his raw truth. "I am poor, I work in a mobile repair shop, I don't speak good English, I don't have a laptop, how can AI help me grow?" And the AI's response? It was brilliantly simple. It said, "Start with what you already know." Suddenly, the choice was crystal clear. On one hand, staying up late, totally exhausted and doom-scrolling. On the other hand, waking up at 5 a.m. to build his future. He realized if he tried to learn after his grueling workday, he'd be too burnt out. He needed a silent hour that belonged only to him. Before the market opened, before customers yelled, before the world demanded his time. Looking out at the quiet street, he made a concrete promise to himself. Part 3. Compounding daily discipline. Okay, let's dive into this. Picture the quiet, cool blue dawn of his very first 5 a.m. wake-up. This is where we need to talk about his 1-hour morning deposit. Think of daily discipline exactly like a bank account. You don't get rich from one massive deposit. Wealth grows through compounding interest, right? Ravi broke his hour into 3 20-minute blocks, his daily deposits. The first 20 minutes, learn just one small AI skill. The next 20 minutes, use AI to draft a simple script about common phone problems. The final 20 minutes, record the video using his old phone. It was methodical, small, consistent deposits into his bank of knowledge. Now, look at this painfully low number, 23. On his first day, recording with bad lighting and a nervous voice, his video got exactly 23 views. No comments, no likes. He felt totally foolish. But here's the thing about compounding interest. The early interest on your daily deposits is basically invisible. You put in the work, but the visible return is tiny. This is literally where almost everyone quits. But Ravi, he woke up at 5 a.m. the next day anyway. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when you keep making those deposits. Look at how his daily discipline compounded. He asked AI why his first video failed, and it told him to improve his hooks, so he did. Day 1 was 23 views. Day 30, a video on data leaks hit 312 views. Getting better. By day 60, he made a video explaining battery health and checking IMEI numbers, and boom, it crossed 10,000 views. The growth curved upward exponentially, exactly like a compounding investment.
Let's really hammer this concept home. Compounding discipline is the process of making small, seemingly invisible daily efforts that accumulate and multiply over time. Just like in finance, early failures in learning aren't losses. That 23-view video wasn't a loss, it was simply a low-yield day and a compounding investment. Ravi learned that effort creates movement, and once you see your effort creating movement, man, you become absolutely unstoppable.
Part 4, the 90-day transformation. The visual tone of his life now shifts to a warm, confident energy as he starts mastering his craft.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this snowball effect. Ravi didn't sit down and try to learn a full college curriculum over the weekend. He compounded one small skill a day. Better hooks on day 5. By day 20, he's using AI to craft professional WhatsApp replies for his shop's customers. Then automated price lists, then a Google business profile, then 30 days of content ideas. Slowly, beautifully, his small daily skills snowballed into a complete, functioning business system. And here is the emotional payoff. Customers were coming in asking for Ravi by name. His boss, yep, the same guy who scolded him months earlier, calls him over and says, "Can you handle our shop's social media officially?" For years, Ravi had waited for someone to see his value. Now they did. His salary increased. It wasn't millions, but it was enough to breathe. Enough to cover his mother's medicine without a second thought. Which brings us to the number 90, because by day 87, a nearby electronics store saw his videos and asked if he could create content for them too. He used AI to price a package they accepted, and he secured his first outside client. He called his mom and told her to never, ever skip her medicine again. This just proves that an extraordinary transformation doesn't take decades, it only requires 90 days of focused compounding effort. Part 5, your challenge awaits. All right, we've seen Ravi's journey. Now it's time to talk about you. When people eventually asked Ravi what his secret AI app was, he'd just smile and say, "The secret is what you do before the world wakes up." Listen to this. AI in the hands of a lazy person is honestly just a new form of entertainment. But AI in the hands of a disciplined person, that is absolute opportunity. Lots of people have the internet. Very few have the discipline to wake up early when literally no one is clapping for them. So I am challenging you today. Look at this list of high-value skills. I want you to pick just one of them, open an AI tool, and ask it how you can learn the basics over the next 90 days. And then commit to 1 honest hour every single morning. No excuses, no waiting for the perfect laptop, no waiting for motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline creates your identity, and your identity creates your destiny. Start making that daily deposit. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Picture your alarm glowing in the dark tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. When it goes off, 2 voices are going to speak to you. Your old life, the one stuck on repeat, will whisper, "Just go back to sleep." But your future, that massive potential waiting to compound into something incredible, will tell you to wake up. The question isn't whether AI can change your life. The question is, which voice will you listen to tomorrow morning? Somewhere on the other side of that alarm, a much better version of you is waiting. Don't make them wait another year.